What's up guys, AIRSOFTEK here. Today I'm going to do a little review on a gun that I have for quite some time, and I thought I did a review or talk a little bit about it. It was not the case. It is what it is. This is the G&G CM16 SRS M-LOK. And as you can see, you have a nice PDW style stock. Some really nice cutout in the receiver, right? Looks really dope. And you have a nice 7-inch M-LOK and guard. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Other than that, that's your typical combat machine, right? I have the flashlight by the way. Comes with flip upside. I added a red dot, nothing crazy. So yeah, I'm gonna just do a little tabletop review, shoot a little bit, but I already use that gun on the field and do some practice with my team. And it got a micro switch in there, so that's pretty good. But at the same time, that trigger is super long, as you can see. It shoots right at the end, right there. This is your shot. This is your read. So I don't know if you can hear it, but so it's a really nice feeling micro switch, nice feeling click when you shoot. So that's pretty good. You have not that much space into the stock because it is a PW stock and all that stuff, but yeah. And yeah, good precision, and to be honest, for a small barrel like that, I think it's 200 mil. Pretty nice wrench, but for the fast semi-auto and full auto and all that stuff, it's super basic, to be honest. So, but really nice, feels super sturdy, right? And you have your sling mount there and all that stuff. So yeah. So I think I'm gonna just shoot a little bit, and I'm gonna disassemble it, shoot internals, all that stuff, and that's gonna be pretty much it. But yeah. Okay. So I just threw a battery in there, and you need a really small LiPo battery to go in there because you don't have a lot of battery space, and you need to fit that MOSFET and the connector and that fuse and all that stuff. This is a 25 amp fuse, so try to not go over 25C high discharge battery and stuff like that. So try to keep it low. And another thing is the mag fill, super nice and secure in there. A little bit of side to side play, but other than that, that's super sturdy and fits really nice in there. So yeah. Let me just put my Pro on safety first, right? I'm just gonna do a couple of shots, right? Nothing crazy, but first thing you might hear when I shoot it is you have a lot of reverberation in there. You feel all the shock and the vling vling in there. I think that's the end guard, not the end guard, the charging endoser. It's rattling in there, and each time I shoot, it's like it's like kind of make it shake or something. So sounds really awful, to be honest. But when you get it right with that micro switch, you can kind of shoot it not too bad. Full auto is really disappointing because it got only the G&G basic motor, not the like the Ifrit 27K or stuff like that. So it's not really that fast. So there's a full auto with I11.1 battery, right? So it's not that bad, but it's nothing crazy, right? So yeah. Okay, so that's basic G&G Gen 2 Gearbox, You have your mic screw switch right there. You know, the trigger with all the stuff, cut-off lever behind. And what I love is those prongs for the wires, right? The way they are designed, that's really good. You have that tab right there that goes in top of your wire, so you know you are not gonna shoot those wires with your motor. And everything feels nice, you know. Even that guy over there, it looks aluminium, so that's cool. G&G gears are brilliant, you know, so there's nothing bad about it. Again, you know, that's just good, right? So that's a G2, that's not a GR16 sector plate. So let's see that one detail, please. So that guy, it doesn't seem like it got an O-ring in there. Piston, you know, that's a really sad piston, man. You know, those red piston head, those green O-ring are really good, but those piston head are, you know, might have some problem with time, right? Sometimes they crack and all that stuff, but they might change just the composition of it, of the plastic, if you want. Does it have bearings in there? So it doesn't seem to have bearing in there, so you know. So what? Porting in there, so yeah, that's not too bad. And that, yeah, that's trash, man. Cylinder head, not a big fan. They are everywhere, man. Right there too. Right, that's crazy, man. Is it? Wait, that guy there? No. So yeah, by the way, that gearbox is a QD, and you have some bearing on there, so that's good. That's always good to know. And that's not a black spring, so you know, sometimes those black spring, you know, those are heat treated if you want. Leave some stuff like that, but this really feels like plastic, man. So yeah, so that's basically it for internals. You know, weird internals, by the way, but you know, seems to kind of works good, right? But you know, for short stroke gun, man, it should have some really nice full auto, and it's not the case at all. So well, that's not really the purpose of short stroking, if you want to, but you know, it should allow you to have some. There's really something I don't understand where all that black shit came from too, man. Yeah, I don't know, man. Weird stuff happening in there. So anyway, so yeah, so that comes with the original 18K motor, right? So basic stuff. And for the compression parts, like I said, I think it's a 200mm barrel, so really short, but you have a stabilizer in there. You have the Euro stabilizer, copper stabilizer in there, and this is a let me try to show it to you. So that's a kind of W-shaped knob, right? So yeah. Oh, anyway, I'm gonna check what I'm gonna do with it, and I'm gonna try to shoot it. I'm gonna at least shim it. So yeah, so those are the internals. Okay, so I shimmed the gearbox. First thing first, shim the gearbox. Now those two were pretty good. That one had a, you know, like a 3mm play on it, so that's done. Now it's, you know, no rattling, not rattling around, and it's tight. Another thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab all that grease in there. I'm gonna shove it right there, so you know that guy is gonna be lube. And gonna clean a little bit because there's a lot of residue in there. And one thing I wanted to change is the piston head for FPS Softair, FPS Softair 1, high speed, blah blah, the blue ring. But that guy is super glue in there like crazy, man. I mean, you probably can see it inside, but you know, I have destroyed a screw trying to unscrew that on there, so so I need to keep that guy in. Not good. Cylinder head and then nozzle, you know, that's really bad stuff. So I did through a Krytac cylinder head in there with a nice FPS Softair, the battle ring, aluminum in the nozzle. You know, throw a little bit of grease on there, and that's gonna be perfect. Other than that, I think that's gonna pretty much be it, but I might change the motor. Okay, so I remove that piece of shit, right? And I have all my nice upgrade parts, well shimmed. You know, I've regreased a couple of parts, I've put some different grease and all that stuff. And I changed the 2 parts I'll show you. But one other addition I made is I changed the motor for a ZCI High Torque. I think this is 22 TPA, right? And you know, anyway, most of the game I'm playing in CQB or semi-auto only, right? So doesn't care. And the full auto with that guy was pretty slow anyway, so you know. But the gun is so much happier now. God damn. Look at this. You're gonna hear a big difference. No joke. See? Really sound nice and LT, you know, and all that stuff. No weird rattling, no weird you know. Just goes, right? On full auto. With the stock motor it was not really fast, and with that one, you know, that's an high torque, but still sorry about that, but still really nice, right? So you know, yeah, now that gun feels so nice, man. Shoots so well. Let's see, High Torque. Those motors are not too expensive too, man. Depending when you order them from, but you know, if you order them from a China website and all that stuff, sometimes you have free shipping and all that, you know. So, pretty interesting